We got a massive Bills update. It seems like Brandon Beane's master plan has been unveiled for this key player. So let's talk about it all right here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bills Digest. I am your host, Anthony Senicar, and it is off-season time, so you know what that means. Tons of mini camp battles, tons of training camp battles, and tons of rookie reports coming out. There's only one issue. 72% of you guys who are watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. Subscribe, join the army here at Bills Digest. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little bit helps. And subscribing keeps you informed all off-season with all your latest training camp battles and rookie talk. So let's get right into the video. And like I said, guys, it looks like Brandon Beane's master plan has been unveiled on James Cook. This report just came out stating Bills GM Brandon Beane expects James Cook to be at mandatory off-season workouts. On top of that, Brandon Beane did speak to the media, but this is a good sign. It seems like the James Cook soap opera is finally done, at least for this offseason. Speaking to the media, Brandon Beane had this to say. I know we've had people in the building that he's been talking with, and I have no doubts when it's time to play football, he will be ready to roll. He also later on stated saying, James is working. I know he's down there training in South Florida. He's working. First of all, he's competitive, and sure, everyone wants to get paid, and he knows he's got to still show he's James Cook, the guy he was. If he wants to get that payday either from us or someone else, that's any player that doesn't currently have their contract extension yet. So two very interesting tidbits in both of those quotes. The first one being James Cook is talking to people in the building. He might not be talking to Sean McDermott. He might not be talking to that of Brandon Beane, but he is talking to people in the building, and he is letting them know, I am not going to drag this into training camp. I am not going to drag this into the season. I am going to let it play out. We will see what happens. I'm going to play ball, and I will see how the dominoes fall. Let's not forget, this is what James Cook said earlier this offseason when he was on the nightcap with Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson. I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something around the lines of, I ain't a guy who's going to be flashy. I don't want to make this a soap opera. I'm just trying to fight for what I'm worth, and what I'm worth is the money I am stating. So it seems like James Cook is following in what he's saying and saying, I am not going to make a big drama out of this. I'm going to report to training camp. I'm going to report to everything mandatory, and I am just going to play out the season and see how it goes, which is very, very interesting. But on the Bills side of it, on the second quote, a very interesting tidbit that I found was Brandon Beane saying, getting paid by us or someone else. That is very, very interesting. It seems like the Bills are going to go within the mindset of he's going to play the season, we see how it goes, and we will see if he is fully worth the money that he is worth. Which is interesting to me because this all could have been avoided if James Cook just didn't go out and try and negotiate publicly. He started at $15 million, and the price tag went up to $20 million. If James Cook just didn't publicly negotiate and negotiated from within the building, within closed doors, he would have been on the laundry list of guys who got the contract extensions. The Greg Rousseaus, the Terrell Bernards, the Christian Benfords, the Josh Allens, the Khalil Shakir. But now he's left in the dust, and this doesn't really play out too well for him. It plays out better for the Bills than it plays out for him. Because now James Cook is going into the season with no contract, no money that he should be getting paid. He should be getting top 5 running back money. But right now, he is just getting that of his rookie contract because he took negotiations outside of one Bills drive and, quote unquote, shot himself in the foot. Now he goes into this season with what? No contract. Still going to be the number 1 back on the Buffalo Bills. Still going to expect the same workload that he got. And who knows, even more. And listen, once you step onto that football field, you run the risk of getting injured, and your whole big contract could go out the window, and I would not wish that upon anybody. I don't want that to happen to James Cook. I don't like to see that happen to everybody, and knock on wood, that does not happen. But now the cards are in the Bills' hands, because you know what? They can still go out next offseason. James Cook has a very good year. Still go out and franchise tag him, and that franchise tag will probably be in the likes of $14 to $15 million. But it's only a 1-year contract, and the Bills can keep on franchising tagging him, because come next offseason, there are not a lot of notable guys that are going to be up for big-time contract extensions. A lot of this young core right now is locked up for the next 3 to 4 years. Going off the list, like I mentioned before, all those guys before got their contract extensions this offseason. Deion Dawkins is still under contract for a few more years. Taylor Rapp still under contract for a few more years. Spencer Brown is still under contract for a few more years. There are still guys on this team who are locked up for long term. The Bills have flexibility to franchise tag James Cook for the next foreseeable future if they want to go that route. They can also go on the route of, hey, we got Ray Davis in the building. We got Ty Johnson in the building. We got Frank Gore Jr. on the practice squad, who we see who can still come in and do some work. And we still got next year's draft if we want to have Ray Davis become the full-time starter on this Bills offense. The way I envision how this will play out is Jimbo will be the starting running back on paper. Come training camp time, he will be the number 1 back. It will be his offense. But I think it is going to be another running back by committee. I think it's going to be a 40-40-20 split. 40 for Ray Davis, 40 for James Cook, and 20% for Ty Johnson. Ty Johnson, like Josh Allen said, is one of the best third down running backs in the league. James Cook gives you weapons out of the backfield, catching the ball and running the ball. Still one of the elite pass catch running backs in the league. But Ray Davis, on the other hand, is going to be in his second year in this offense, understands what is the duties of a running back in this offense. And let's not forget about that Jets game last season where Ray Davis went off for almost 100+ all-purpose yards. The Bills were pinned back near the back of their end zone, and Josh chucks it to Ray Davis, who was open against a linebacker. So he's showing that pass-catching ability. He's showing he is a downhill runner, which the Bills like, someone who wants contact and will run through a guy if he wants. And there could be an opportunity and a reason for Ray Davis to be the starting running back on this team next year, and that leaves James Cook as a free agent next offseason, still wanting his $15 to $20 million, but $15 to $20 million is a 3-down running back. And James Cook is not going to be utilized as that in this offense. You can go get your money, but it might not be on a playoff contending team or a Super Bowl contending team like the Buffalo Bills. And you want to go get paid, but we are going to be playing for championships here in Buffalo for the next X amount of years with Josh Allen at quarterback. In my opinion, you should have kept it within one Bills drive. You should have gotten your money. You should have gotten paid. And you should have took your $12 to $13 million, because running backs are getting paid, yes. But $15 to $20 million for a guy who is not a 3-down back is not worth it in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts below, guys. I love to hear from you guys. Do you guys think that James Cook took this negotiation properly, or should he have kept it internal like everybody else who got the contract negotiation? And do you guys even think that James Cook is worth that of the $15 to $20 million? And based off of this report, like I said, it seems like James Cook will be the running back opening weekend for the Bills. But do you guys envision James Cook on this roster come this time next year? Leave your comments below. I love to hear from you guys. As always, guys, please subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so every little bit helps. And we got you guys covered here at Bills Digest all offseason. There's going to be a ton of reports of rookies who guys are going to like, and there are going to be a ton of training camp battles, something everybody likes to talk about. So subscribe, stay in touch here at Bills Digest as always. And like I always say, guys, go Bills.